So the people are conflicted whether they should be recording their kids and stuff. But I think in the current day and age, it's not a bad thing to record your kids and keep those memories of them, because imagine hata mimi kuna time nasemanga, can you guys give me those pictures when I was 3 months, 4 months, 2 years, 3 years? I want to see who I was, the games I used to play. Maybe just to give me a recap of what I used to do, how I used to look like. You see, but then I can't find my pictures until maybe I'm maybe 1-1, but then there are no videos of me playing with my parents and stuff. Yeah, so I think right now we should be recording pictures of our kids, how they play, just everyday normal basic stuff. So one day when they grow up, they have a documentary of their life. Even if they decide to make a documentary of their lives, they'll find it, because I think it's very important. Another reason why I'm saying it's very important is that for myself, let's say my grandmother died when I was very young, and even my dad. But then I can't find pictures of these people. I can't find videos of them. I can't recap those moments of early 2000s or 90s or 18s. I understand there were no phones, but just to leave a mark, or that is why I'm trying. My grandfather is almost 96 years old, and I'm trying to record videos of him as much as I can, so that make sure sifunike hiyo kamera na mkono. Hiyo mkono yako Sami.
Haifuniki na kwambia tunakwambia.
So I'm trying to record him as much as I can. This is because I want that one day when my kids are grown, or when they're of age, that I'll be showing them, hey, this is who your grandfather was, this is how he looked like, this is how he communicated, this was his real voice, these were his real ideas, and this is how he used to give advice. Actually, I do that. I try as much as I can, not because of anything, but because I just want to keep that memory of him going. I think it's because I also love him so much, and he's just played a very important role in my life. And that is why I'm like, as much as you can, try to record. It's kind of a legacy thing. You'll understand who your parents were, how you guys played. So you have real-time voices of them, real-time interactions of them. And when you grow up, you'll be like, wow. I know when I was growing up, I was interesting as a kid. Yeah, because I did a few crazy stuff and I was way too mature for my age. Which I'm not surprised about. I think it's just because of the environment that I grew in. I still have some too small memories of who I was as a kid, but I can't just get the whole broad pictures and videos of my life. So the other time I'm talking to my aunt, and she's like, I can't post my kids' pictures until they're 18 and they have the what do we call it? Whatever, until they'll decide what to do with their pictures. It's okay. Other parents say that, other parents create even accounts for their kids, so that their kids just develop in a certain way. Let's take like an example of Jack Paul, the Jack brothers or the Paul brothers. Their father bought them their first camera when they were like 9. How many? Like they were 9 years old, I think. From 9 years old of their lives, they have been recording, they have been doing stuff on YouTube, they have been doing, and that's just another way of them making money. Right now they have built a fan base, they have built businesses off of the camera and off of the activities and off of the subscriptions and the viewership that they got from the camera that their father bought them. Right now they are some of the most celebrated people in the YouTube space. Right now they have gotten into fighting. So you see, it built their career path. They are still on it. They are making it's recording. They are making some money on it, but it's just a life that their parents had set them up for. So I think there's this debate and argument about if we should allow our kids to be on social media. Yes, I think it's 2024. It's 2024 and all these kids are on TikTok, they are hooked up. So if they're hooked up already, how about we found something resourceful for them to do on those spaces? Yeah, I know a lot of parents are not as creative, or not everyone can afford. No, everybody can afford a phone actually today, but yeah. So actually, I was thinking, and I've always been thinking, what happened? It's just that in Africa, some of us are born from okay, your camera. Some of us are born from underprivileged backgrounds. Why am I saying that? Because you find that basic things like driving, you have to wait until you are 30 years old is when you know. Like, but in the first world countries, somebody is like 15 years old, 9 years old, 10, because these things are available to them. Another time, I'm also talking to a friend of mine. She's interested in photography and stuff, and I'm like, these photography things are just things that should be basic in a homestead, and especially in these middle class homes. They should be having just cameras around the house, recording their stuff and keeping the videos in their computers and even on the cloud. Yeah, so I think for me, I would really advocate for parents to allow their kids to get into the online space with the moderating them, so that they can even find a career life path, because not everybody is going to kufuatana na mkondo wa shule venye tumewekwa. I think it's going to be very different. Yeah, so I think the other time a friend of mine is also telling me that I think out of the 40 million people, only 12% of Kenyans have started taking the advantage of the online space. So I don't think we should be left out in this age and day of AI and AI. I think we should all grab this opportunity and ride on that train while it lasts, because who knows what is coming next. I was watching, you're gonna watch Urban Preach, and there's this AI produced advert. Bro, it's super wild. Imagine these things can produce. They don't need producers anymore. They don't need this crew. They don't need all these elements, because the world has come to that space where you'll find that a lot of people are going to be very disposable, especially in the workplace, with jobs and stuff, because this AI stuff is super wild, very wild. And I think the sooner we jump on it, tusitumie tu kama ChatGPT and stealing exams and helping you with the projects. I think it has a bigger resource behind it that if everybody jumped on, it would really be of advantage. Yeah, that is why I'm saying, look at it from this angle. If you have kids who are probably from 5 years old, and these people are well conversant with the computer, they are well conversant with Zooming. They are well conversant with the computers, they have a skill in maybe fashion, they have hobbies in boxing, football, whatever thing they choose. These people will grow up when they love what they're doing, and when they get to a certain age, bro, this kid can do anything in that area that they have developed. Let's say, for example, even in sales and marketing, if you want them to go the business direction, if you brought up your kid in that, by the time I go 5 years, they already can sell something. Like, you just do it as an experiment. You tell them, hey, you sell these shoes, you have your money for weekend, for your pizza. You sell this shoe, you have your money for. So the question is, who are we going to sell to? You could sell to your neighbors. You could sell to your family household. They could sell to their aunties. They could sell to their father. Even, yes, you are the father or the mother. They could sell to anybody. As long as they make a sale, they have a cut out of it, or even they have the whole profit out of it for the weekend. So I think, like in Maju, I think what they do is, kids get into the positions where if you want something, you are asked, hey, go and knock on your neighbor's door, tell them, can I wash your car? If they pay you, you have your money for the weekend, or if you guys are going on holiday, the kids have their money for the holiday. I think that's a good mentality and a good way of bringing up kids, opposed to how we are brought up for 844 and you have to go to school and just learn. Yes, because you find that we are saying that no jobs. I don't agree that there are no jobs. It's just that it's who you know that lands you the job. But then let's get that out of the way. Let's just find a way of raising productive kids who are going to be of use to the society, and they are going to bring things up in the society. Like I was saying, you bring up kids, they have cameras, you found somebody for them who is helping them with editing and stuff. When this kid is 10 years or 15 years old, this kid could be taking crazy professional pictures, you see. And they could be making money out of it. They could even be having events hired ahead from their friends' birthdays and stuff. So that is just one way of them making money that is going to help them with their school fees, not really school fees, their pocket money, their savings, so that when they get to a certain age, they can access the accounts and they'll be like, damn, I made something out of myself. So I think we should just find creative ways of bringing up kids, and not really entitled kids, because entitled kids are very dangerous in the society. They don't know anything, they think they own everything, but the reality of the world is nobody owes anyone anything. So